corporate social responsibility is the management idea where a company integrates accountability for its impact on society and the environment in which it operates. Apart from power production, Lunsemfo Hydropower Company contributes to society public good by providing educational, health and infrastructure support, which includes donating farming inputs to local chiefdoms, environmental issues, and engaging in community health initiatives like sports and autism responsiveness. The Caleb Center for Autism has been running for 18 years as a school and safe place for children with autism. The center, run by Nelly Lulu, has grown from 3 in 2016 to over 200 children currently. The name was inspired by Nelly's son, Caleb, now 18 years of age, a child with autism.
Children with autism are very exciting individuals. And the excitement part of it will only come if you know how to support their needs. So they would sometimes show you signs like they are not hearing you. Okay? So you can call your child by name, Nelly, and the child doesn't respond. Not that they are not hearing you, they are hearing you, but sometimes it's just very difficult to verbalize. They would want to play on their own, and mostly parents will complain, my child doesn't have a social life. My child is always on their own. If they become very hyperactive, they'll be jumping around, doing things anyhow. They just can't get tired. And you're interpreting it with naughtiness, everything. They also sometimes become very hypersensitive to sounds. So you find that when you're in areas where there's a lot of sound, they'll actually close their ears, or they'll just give you a meltdown, they'll begin to cry. The reason is the brain cannot process all that sounding at the same time. So they are quite complicated individuals, but once you know how to support their needs, they are so beautiful.
LHPC came into partnership with Caleb Center for Autism after the center reached out to them to partner at the commemoration of the Autism Awareness Day. This partnership has grown since 2017.
2017, we were to commemorate the World Autism Awareness Day, which falls annually on the 2nd of April, a day set aside by the United Nations in the year 2007 to celebrate the neurodiverse community, to raise global awareness on autism acceptance and autism inclusion. So we thought, okay, this one is not going to miss us. So we reached out to them and this is what we have, this is our plan. They didn't look at our size by then, and so how long we've been here. They quickly jumped on board and they sponsored that event. It was actually the event that announced us to the world.
LHPC is a regular partner on sports activities during Autism Awareness Week that raise awareness about autism and other related activities within the community. Nelly is passionate about continuation of the Caleb Center for Autism.
What Lunsemfo has done is an investment in the autism constituency. You know, the autism constituency, given the right tools and the right support, can do amazing things, can come up with beautiful solutions in the problems that our country right now has. And Lunsemfo has been there to actually unlock that potential.
LHPC annually donates farming inputs to chiefs within its operating catchment area, a commitment to supporting local agriculture. Senior headman in Timpa of Chamuka village is the area coordinator of Momboche Initiative Trust, who, through the chief, cooperatives receive inputs such as fertilizers from LHPC.
Lunsemfo batupela fertilizer through our chief, ila kuli wa chief, then wa chief batambo kutupela ko na ifwene ya kupela bali abaleka birwa abashinga staff odi kuyibombela ife tubomba mkwai na Lunsemfo.
LHPC also extends its sponsorship to school-going children and other community needs.
Lunsemfo bali tuafwa teino eka area Ntimpa lelo ni area yonse bali tuafwa sana in terms of amalwele kulaba amalwele abantu nabakwata amalwele bala tuafwa ambulance kula twala ku hospital abantu bali afwa pakalamba especially na schools kuchita sponsor ma schools abana balefwa ikwa kuchitwa sponsor finge fo batwa afwa ife tatinchite manage kuchita ukulondolola otherwise partnership tatufuire okuleka iyo gaita bafuire okuleka.
LHPC also supports environmental issues by helping to promote sustainable practices. Fig Tree Cafe in Kabwe, started in 2018, was originally intended for coffee. The cafe has now grown into providing services such as family foods eat out and takeaway.
In the beginning, when we started, we had Lunsemfwa Hydropower as patrons. But then once we started thinking about doing something with the community, we felt that maybe a marathon. So it brings a lot of people together, it's an activity, it's exercise, it's healthy, so let's do a marathon. We started with short distances, sometimes it was a 3 kilometers, sometimes it was a 6. Eventually it became 25 and 50. We started looking at ultramarathons. And one of the things in the forefront was that Lunsemfwa was pretty eager with their support for us. As we started doing it, we would go out and map routes. And what we found is each year the trees were being cut down. One of the visits we did with Lunsemfwa before one of these, or at one of these events, we had the same concerns, which was deforestation.
The Fig Tree Cafe started an idea of a marathon as a way of bringing the community together. Lunsemfwa Hydropower was the only partner at the time.
With the marathons, we then started doing tree buying. So we went to forestry department, they had to find seeds and they started planting indigenous trees for us. That's when Lunsemfwa stepped on even more and actually did the sponsoring of the trees. We would then buy a tree for each runner.
The marathon has grown into a community public good that supports environmental restoration. It also provides education to locals on tree planting and sustainable ways of charcoal production.
So if we have an area that we can protect, that we've planted, we can then educate people. For example, one of the education ideas is you plant a tree and instead of actually cutting the tree down at the bottom, you cut the branches, only the branches. In a few years' time, those branches have grown again, you can recut, and it's actually sustainable even for charcoal.
Both Fig Tree Cafe and LHPC are striving to find space for tree planting in order to complement countrywide efforts on environmental restoration.
What we find wonderful with Lunsemfwa is that they're actually also pushing to have a place where we can plant it, which can be difficult because of course people want to clear to build houses, whereas we want to put more trees. We're so grateful to Lunsemfwa who stand by us through thick and thin, who we bounce ideas off and it grows not only into words but actually into action.
Steps for Good Works was registered as a foundation and an NGO in 2022 to support the aged at Kamushanga compound in Kabwe. LHPC partnered with the foundation in order to support this initiative.
The focus of this organization is to help the old-aged, mostly the neglected old-aged. As we are in this community, we will find that there are a lot of old people that are literally surviving. As the Steps of Good Works, we decided that through God's grace, support from well-wishers, we can be able to help this gather of our senior citizens.
Steps for Good Works Foundation provides food, blankets and wheelchairs, among others, through support from LHPC and other well-wishers.
We use what we call a community volunteer or a field worker in the community. For now we have one in this area called Kamushanga who helps us to mobilize them, and we come in terms of trying to support them with foodstuffs. Normally for them we have to look for nutritious food, food with high nutritious or other nutrition value. And then we also supply them with blankets, mattresses, wheelchairs, crutches, in some cases even adult diapers, because some of them are terminally ill.
We provided events which also goes to relate to the community. Sometimes we go for the business community, sometimes we go for the workers in the town, and out of whatever we get from there, we bring it back into our organization. Like the way Lunsemfwa is, We write to them, they come on board, and we work together.
At any time that you knock on their door, they always respond.
The senior citizens, with the oldest being 100 years old, are appreciative of the gesture by STEPS, LHPC and other partners.
Baratusunga fye bwino n'okutufika baratufika fye bwino n'okutudisha baratulisha bwino.
Abe balemera kubati ebana abaletulisha kutirana pamwana wa kufya. Awo tuletotera sana mwe bale twafisha hapa kulusana.
Fiingi ofi abantu bata benefit mudi aba bantu abaisa panga kabungwe kaino kuba bikama boka kwa resort nabambya bakwete ko inkumbusha kubafa kuti baba fa musango benga mwenamu.
In appealing for support, Steps for Good Works Foundation hopes to build a home for the aged.
The future is to come up with a home for the aged, a place where we can have projects running to support that will feed into the support of that home for the aged.
Come on board and be able to be part and parcel of the history or the story of helping somebody who can be able to say something to you, to say, Mbe aba parwa.
Whatever that is given to this organization, we make sure that it reaches the intended people.
LHPC is also close to the community in which it operates at both Mulungushi and Lunsemfo hydropower stations, with the provision of health and education services in partnership with the Ministries of Health and Education.
Is LHPC trying to ensure that our workforce, as well as the community around us, is healthy? It's key to us. So we've tried by all means to support the clinic. And one of the things we've done is by ensuring that we have got an ambulance on site, which will also be able to cater for our workforce if there is a serious injury during our works, but as well provide assistance in the community we are living in.
Not just here at Lunsemfa Power Station, we look at the Lunsemfa Rural Health Facility, and in addition to that, we are also doing quite a few things on the education side. We have a school, a primary school, just close to us here, where we are providing free electricity to that school. And in addition to the free electricity, we are also doing quite a lot in supporting them with their water needs. We have a borehole that is stationed there, which we are managing.
LHPC prioritizes the health and safety of its employees, visitors and the community at large with an effective CSR program.
LHPC prioritizes the health and safety of our employees, our contractors, our visitors, as well as the communities where we have our stations and the way live as well. So in terms of what we do to ensure the safety of our people, we do have a health and safety management system in place to guide us on how we have to do our work. And then we also have awareness campaigns, as I mentioned earlier, with the CSR team. We partner with the chiefs, we partner with the headmen to reach out to these people so that we get the safety message out there.
By investing in social, environmental and community-driven initiatives, LHPC has made a positive impact while strengthening their brand, engaging employees and building long-term community trust and public good.